My name is Bubz, Challenger Rupra. I'm the Senior Sales Manager for Sensorberg for the UK and Ireland. I've just been a part of Sensorberg for the last 3 or 4 months or so, and my task is to grow Sensorberg in the UK and Ireland. And just a bit about Sensorberg, what we do. So we provide a keyless digital smart access across multiple sectors, so self-storage, real estate, and co-working. Our technology integrates seamlessly with doors, gates, storage units, lockers, and office spaces as well. And we have multiple kind of avenues of how you can have your smart access. So we integrate with keypads, Bluetooth, NFC. It gives the operator full flexibility to run their building how they'd like. The UK or just the industry in general is changing really fast. It's quite exciting kind of place to be in right now. There's been a massive investment wave across Europe and the UK. In comparison, the UK in comparison to kind of Europe, I would say the UK is the benchmark. I believe it's the most mature market in Europe. You've got loads of operators, you've got loads of different people offering smart access, different people that are unit builders. And yeah, what you're finding in terms of trending wise, a lot more tenants are demanding 24/7 access. A lot more with the kind of demographic has changed to slightly younger age. So a lot more would like to go digital first. So essentially they don't want to deal with kind of manual keys or staff. So this is where Sensorberg and other kind of smart access operators kind of suppliers come in from there, where we can offer the kind of keyless solution and also digital as well.
And that's based on a lot of not just the current change in generational expectations, right, in terms of the customers, but I think I read recently that if Gen Z are currently 6% of your customer base, in 3 to 5 years' time, it's going to be 26%. So operators need to start thinking about that offering for that generation, right?
Correct, definitely. And what you're finding is that operators are finding spaces that are near universities, for example. So I've had quite a few conversations with a few customers, and I've given them the ideas to utilize lockers, for example, because our solutions, Sensorberg, works in lockers as well. And with lockers, it's easier accessible, but it's easier for kind of students as well. So if they're going on holiday or they're going back for half term, they can store just some things there. But yeah, it's tailoring it more to the newer demographic, I would say. The beauty of our product is it's essentially plug and play. It's a very easy installation. You don't really need to disrupt much. And essentially, an electrician could do our installation. From that point of view, all we could do is provide our actual product to the customer and our software, do the onboarding and training. And we essentially could do onboarding and training with their installer as well, because it is relatively easy. Initially, it starts from a phone call, whether that be directly with myself or with one of my actual team members. And we essentially work closely with all the operators day to day. So from the first conversation, we identify what they require. If they are from a new sector, for example, we'd like to give them advice and any knowledge that we have for them to consider. So whether that be a unit mix, branding, general industry knowledge that we have. And if they are new, then we would show them what our solution can do. So essentially, our locks can go onto self-storage facility doors. It can also go on real estate doors and co-working as well. It also goes onto lockers, gates, and so on. So you could essentially have a whole building and you could run Sensorberg smart access throughout the whole building. As soon as that you've actually essentially going live, you would be given a dedicated project managers. So the great thing about our team is that we're multilingual as well. So we are able to operate with multiple people from around the world with multiple languages. I believe in our project management team, we've got about 10 to 12 languages. So from there, we can dedicate the right person and we can provide the onboarding and training in the language that the actual person requires. Turnaround time is generally about 8 to 10 weeks, and that is for everything to go live, all the materials to be delivered and to be installed as well. And depending on what the customer needs, if they need the installer, we would provide that as well. Or if they have their own installer electrician, we'll do onboarding and training with our project management team, and we will show them how to do it. And once it's installed, we would always do a sense check to make sure everything's working correctly. And even once it's installed, we're always checking up and doing project management check-ins once it's gone live, 1 month up to 3 months. So we're always just checking up just to make sure everything's going right, because customer experience is one of the things that we value the most. depending on what property management software they're using. So, for example, Storganize, once they have signed up through the actual application, they'll be sent a text message or an email, depending on what's set up, to notify them you've been given access to this facility. Please download the Sensorberg app, and then you'll be given access from there. So the Sensorberg One Access Manager app is a white label app. By this, once the actual customer logs in, it will be Sensorberg initially, but then once they've logged in, it will have your branding and your logo from there. So once they've actually logged in, providing they've actually got access to, say, a particular gate or particular unit, they come to the facility, and then as long as they're in proximity, so it all works through Bluetooth. So within, say, 15 to 20 meters proximity of the gate they have access to or their unit, it'll show up on the application on their mobile phone, and they can simply open it, verifies the device, and it opens it from there. From you as the operator for site, it will give you a full audit to show who's actually come in live up to the minute. So from an operator's point of view, you can see who's coming in and out of the facility, who's accessed what unit, and when they left from there as well. From an automation point of view, from property management side, you can actually have stuff like automatic overlocks. If a customer, for example, hasn't paid for their subscription, it would automatically overlock them, meaning it would restrict their access to the actual facility gates and their unit. As soon as they've paid for it, it would automatically enable them to go from there as well. So what we're aiming for is a whole remote setup. This allows you to do it through automations through the property management software, and then the automations through our Sensorberg One Access Manager app as well. Yeah, like I said, we have a whole stack that we've built. So we built the hardware, the software, and the tenant app. So everything works together from there. So with One Access, it's keyless. It's all connected to the cloud. So it allows us to push manual updates and also to encrypt the data as well, because anything that you have wireless and that's cloud-based, security is at the forefront. So it's one of those things that we always keep an eye on, and we're constantly encrypting the data as well. And the beauty of that as well, because it's all cloud-based, you can run multiple facilities all through one application. So we had a customer recently that has about 9 different facilities, and they're all running it through one application essentially from there. And it's virtually plug and play. So low disruption. You can phase it, or you can do it whilst you're still operating your facility. It works offline as well, so you're not dependent on an internet connection from there. And yeah, so you have multiple kind of integrations with property management and security monitoring as well. We have an open API with Sensorberg's system. And if you ever have any feature requests with our application, we have dedicated developer teams and hardware teams. So we're always welcoming feedback. And if it's possible, we'll try our best to get that done for you as well.
Brilliant. Amazing. Thanks for your time today, Bubz.
You're very welcome there. Thanks for having me there, Jack.